Hello everyone, this is DavidViadel23 and welcome to the Mandragon's Cave. Today we are gonna be drawing Inktober 52 and the prompt is wrapped. We are almost at the end of the challenge. We have only 1 week left. So I'm gonna be saying my Merry Christmas to everyone because today, when you are seeing this video, probably you already opened your presents and everything. Today is 25th Wednesday. You know that I always put the videos on Wednesdays. So Merry Christmas to everyone, and the next one you're gonna be seeing it already after New Year. It is gonna be probably the 1st or the 2nd, I think it falls. So yeah, if I don't see you before, or if you don't follow the posts in Instagram as well and everything, Happy New Year to everyone as well. Today we are gonna be doing wrapped, okay, and it's gonna be a learn how to draw your cartoon, Santa Claus, something like this, okay? So you can stop the video if you want, go and grab some paper and pencil and follow along, okay? And now I'll see you in a second. We're gonna be starting drawing a circle, okay? We do a couple of circles like this. Let's say 2 circles like it's a snowman. I wanted to kind of make him with the presents around, like he just wrapped the presents, okay? But we are gonna be starting with basic shapes. We will do a circle for the head, another circle here for the body, okay? Then we can do cylinder or like a rectangle here and another circle here. We can do another circle here, kind of positioning more or less the body. I fancy him. I fancy doing the arms like this, that he's happy. Okay, just doing like a L shape like this and like this. It will show us the the design that we want. Let's see that we're in the middle of the camera more or less. Yeah, I think we are good. Just let me 1 second. Just in case we are out of focus or something. So we are starting to have in here some basic shapes, okay? I wanna do obviously the Christmas hat of Santa Claus, doing one triangle here. It doesn't need to be straight away on top of the head that you will do like exactly like this. It can be a little bit to the side like this, okay? Kind of to create a little bit of perspective. And then we will do another triangle, little triangle here to do the pointy bit with another circle, okay? By doing these things we have kind of some basic shapes, and then we want to do presents, okay? So let's do just a square here on the front. And this is how you do, I guess, you know, in a school or if you studied or something, they will show you how to do the perspective for different objects. How here we are not following, this is kind of children's book illustration or learn how to draw. So we are not be going for the perfection, we are just going for the concept. So maybe you are with your kids, you just finished unwrapping the presents, they are playing, they already played a little bit and you want to do an afternoon activity, you can do this as well. So they can follow along as well. And we will do a square here, okay? And then a little bit on the distance here, you can do another square, something like this. Same size, okay? Let's try to do the same size as the other one, okay? And if you connect the lines like this, you have a cube, okay? A cube that is gonna be our present, that if we do, you know, the typical wrapping for a present like this with the lines, okay? You don't need a ruler to do this, as I said before, you don't need to do anything like imperfection. I'm doing these lines here on the side to kind of have like a floor, a base, so Santa Claus, our puppet, let's say, which is gonna be looking like a puppet, is sitting here, okay? Okay, that's looking nice. We can do maybe another one here that is gonna be like a circle, let's say. Just do like a basic circle, and then instead of doing a square like lines, like straight lines like this in the square shape, this is circle. If we do it like this, it will look a little bit like it's a flat surface. So what we want to try to do is kind of simulate this line as well, like this, like a half moon. So we're doing like this, and the other way around as well. So you can have some sort of idea that this object, okay, is as well 3D, let's say. We can do a circle on the top and some shape like here, like circles as well, to create the presence, and here this one can go like this. We can do another one maybe here that is gonna be a rectangle, so you can go drawing again. We do one rectangle, it doesn't need to be straight, okay, just one rectangle like this with a pencil. Today I'm using Evolution big black color to do the drawing, as I always do for Inktober. I said in many of my videos that you don't need to have the most expensive material or any specific pencil or pen to do any kind of drawing. Even if you're working professional, you can have something from the convenience store, or from buy a pack for kids for a school and use the colors as well. I think I spent only like £2 or something like this in this Evolution big pack of 12 colors. And I always show you what I have here. So I have some of the colors that I haven't used yet, like these ones we tried the other day. We have the purple as well, the greens and everything. Some other, the Lira Aqua Brush Duo, that is the ones I use always to do a little bit of shadows on the sides that we will use later when we have to add the color. But you don't need the best materials or the best paper to draw. You just need to find a place that you can draw. Even if you wanna just rip apart one of those cereal boxes and draw on the back side. I drawn as well a lot like that, and you see there are many movies like Hotel Transylvania and Spirit, Corpse Bride from DreamWorks, from this studio from Barcelona called Grangel Studio, that they basically draw like this, and they show the projects like that. They show all the expression of the faces and the movements of the body of the characters in this type of boxes, and it looks very beautiful. So don't be kind of overthinking maybe that you don't have the best material, because you can draw in anything. As you can see here, this big rectangle I've done like the little one here, same shape. So we do the same shape here. We connect the lines like this, and we have our 3D object here. Okay, we can even do these secondary lines here like this, trying to follow the same parallel line for these ones. Okay, and here as well, trying to follow the parallel line for this. Okay, and there another circle on the top, and we have all the decorations that we want for today. Something like this will work. Okay, and I think now it's time that we focus a little bit on Santa Claus and doing the design. So I gonna go for the cartoon style. So I want to define a little bit more the hat. Okay, the hat is gonna be like this, and I want to have this fluffy sense of it like this. For the head is gonna be the same. I'm gonna be doing some fluffy lines around like this, that later we will define more with the pen. Okay, you will need as well a pen if you can find around fine liner or big that the kids use for school as well. Any kind of pen you can use for this. Okay, I wanna go for a probably big smile. He's happy, so I'm gonna be doing this big moon shaped smile, and probably these lines, kind of a little bit cartoony manga, and round. And again we go for beard, because he's Santa Claus. The ears on the side like this, doing some circles. If you realize about what I'm doing all the time is drawing basic shapes, and from the basic shape detailing a little bit what I want to draw. We can add some lines here to create a little bit of volume, that there's like a texture here on the beard, and he is a old man, no? But let's do eyebrows like this, like thick eyebrows, like again, if you see what I'm drawing here is a half moon again. Okay, and I always like to do the eyes like this, like Claus, because he's very happy. He just finished wrapping the presents. If he finished wrapping the presents, I guess we'll need to do some scissors. He can be holding scissors, something like this. You see, we follow the body. We design a little bit the side of the body. We have the arm as well, and then wanna do short arms. Okay, so I finish it here like this. Feel free as well to slow down the video a little bit if you want, or feel free to stop it at some point and then and rewatch another part and then continue. But I think by now something like this it's taking shape and we are having already what we want. Okay, so hands are a little bit more difficult. We do another fluffy area here like we did on the hat to have the design of the clothing here. Okay, and then just here let me see. He can have the scissors like this. Okay, this one as well, you can try to maybe stop the video here and try to copy or do as you can. Okay, because this one is a little bit more with the hands, is a little bit always funny. Okay, so we have the scissors there. We are gonna make a tube, for example, that he has this arm. Maybe I wanna, instead of doing it like this that we said, we can do it a little bit more stretch like this. Okay, again doing a rectangle that is a little bit moved to the side, like, okay, and then the hand with this one to do the thumb, and I wanna do the paper that he is. He's using this paper with, I don't know, dots, let's say, or whatever shape we want to do. And when you do an arm, well, let's kind of figure out like we did here, no? Okay, we need this fluffy part, that it will be here. The arm goes like this, and then here we have the thumb here, and we do the fingers. 1, 2, 3. In this case, I've done 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we do a little bit the nails as well, like this. And something like this, it can be interesting and not much difficult to do. If you find a little bit of difficulty by doing something from this side, you can always simplify it or just simply do a circle to simulate the hand, and that's it with the kids and everything. Okay, this is looking a little bit weird, okay, but we can fix it later. But I just want to do a circle here, kind of to connect. You could always or do like this or modify a little bit the triangle. Okay, there's no problem with that. Okay, we do the boots. These are the boots that are looking towards us, and we need to do the sole of the boot as well here, like this. We can do the laces for the shoes, and I think we kind of have the drawing. You can add some details like, oh, I want to do like a little bit of a collar neck here for my Santa Claus. The collar neck here, or it can have some buttons. If you made him bigger, he can have some circles as well to do the design of the of the clothing that he's wearing and everything. But something like this, I think it can be very interesting. And obviously we need un ho ho ho. Something like this is good. Something like this is good, you see? I think now, let's do this line as well, that we left there on the side before. We have the paper, we have the scissors, we have everything more or less. We have little design here, very nice, that you can follow with your kids or with your friends. And you are at home bored on one of the Christmas days, and you can just put the video and slowly try to follow along and do the whole thing. I'm gonna be doing now pen. I'm using this Unipin fine liner, and this is 0.1. This means that it's very thin, but you can use whatever pen you have at home. And this is just basically to go to the next step and give a little bit of proper drawing to the sketch, because as far as we know, we're doing pencil and this is only a sketch. Okay, so if you see, we're gonna do what you will call it in animation or in in film industry a cleanup of the drawing. You will have the basic sketch and then we move into the second step. So let's do, I always like to start with the face and then I can add details. You see, this is my eyebrow, my basic shape, but I'm doing like an eyebrow, and then I say, why not I do a little bit of texture like this, like, okay, I do like it's fluffy like this, okay, as well again in this one as well, and then do the eyes. You need to think about, while you are drawing this, you can have references. You can open your computer and have references of Santa Claus, different colors, different shapes, different faces, different actors in movies, as well from cartoons. And what you can do as well is in your mind. Now I don't have any reference around, I'm just from the imagination doing a cartoony version of Santa Claus. So what you can do is think about how Santa Claus, a generic Santa Claus look, that for me it will be old man with fluffy eyebrows, with round nose like this, okay, big smile, and this you can follow along, you see, he's smiling like this, very happy. And then again, you see the lines for the pencil, it's only a sketch, a basic layer that we have, like we were working in computer, this will be a basic layer that we have, and then we continue by adding all the details that we want to drawing. When you are drawing something like this, let's say for kids, children's book illustration, or in Photoshop, in a software online or something, you don't have to only focus in one part, okay? You will see that I'm drawing this part, okay, and I draw the ears, I do the other ear here, but then I can move into this because I want this part to connect nice, for example. Obviously you can be mindful to do not mix any kind of lines. So I know this present, the cube type of present is gonna be on the front, okay? So I don't wanna do the beard here and then I need to correct this line to add the present on the front. So you need to be mindful with that. As well, and another recommendation is in the drawings you can start by, if you are doing traditional, you can start by as well by drawing the things that you have on the front, so you avoid that problem. In Photoshop, how you work by layers and you can separate the layers, it doesn't matter. You can do a full Santa Claus, the other leg and everything as well, and then you will create another layer on top that you draw the present, and it's like you are putting a sticker on top, basically. So for those of you that don't control or don't understand about these things, but yeah. So again, here you see I'm deciding to do a little bit more higher this line instead of doing it so low, because it's giving me that idea, okay? And here as well I want to do a little bit thicker this part, okay? It's looking good. And now the lines as well don't need to be completely closed. You can do something like this, look, like this, and then like this. It will give a little bit of life as well to the drawing. So this process of drawing and learning how to draw is a lot of exploration and see how you find your style. You will find people that is more cartoonized, that like to close the lines more, others that only do directly with color and it looks like a painting. There is not a basic rule or a set of obligations that you need to do when you are drawing, okay? This is basically about playing around and enjoying the process. Another recommendation drawing in traditional is, as you can see, I'm moving my hand, and if I draw something here and then I start drawing here, I could smash it with my hand, and it happens all the time, especially when you are coloring with color pencils or with pens. So I will recommend that you start drawing as well from the main thing, but as well from the left to the right if you are drawing with your right hand, obviously. And sometimes as well is good that you have a little bit of cut paper, like a square paper, that you can put here on your hand, so you will not smash it with your hand, everything. Let's keep doing the arm, and again we need to pay attention. This, we said I wanted to add this kind of decoration here, okay? So I don't do the line for the arm, again, you see. Feel free to say in the comments how you feel the process, if I'm going too fast or if I'm going too complicated. I am planning as well, and I could do soon videos about how to draw only faces, simple bodies, simplification of bodies with squares and rectangles as well, how to do a silhouette as well that works with the design. So feel free to mention in the comments if you would like to see these things, and And yeah, and I will get working and preparing things for you. This is one exercise that is very easy to follow with your kids, or is very easy to follow with your friends. Like in a gathering, you are just having lunch somewhere, or having a merienda somewhere, and you can just, a lot of this Christmas, grab a couple of hot chocolates and start drawing this Santa Claus and follow the pattern. But I can do more drawings like this as well with other characters, So here we need to think that we have the scissors, so I'm doing the scissors. If this is too difficult, as I said before, don't do it. No need to do it, okay? Just do just a circle, like a ball, like he's wearing gloves, and that's it. Okay, but so far, kind of a little hand there, it works. And now, again, I'm trying to do the line like this, and I do a little bit of like grass, that maybe he's sitting here on the grass, maybe, to have a little bit of texture, or he's maybe sitting on a carpet, because it's Christmas, so it's cold. You see how I'm doing the lines? You need to think what lines are the ones that I need. I do the basic square here, and then, as I said before, do these ones, okay? For the wrapping of the present. I don't want to cross the lines, so this one I decided that it will be my top line. That means that this one here, stop here, and then continue here, because that means that this kind of band, okay, to wrap it, it goes underneath this one, okay, when you paint it. And for this we can do the same. Go like this. I want this one to be the main, and then following this one parallel, you go up, leave this space in the middle because the wrapping paper is going this way, okay, and again, this one is going underneath. You can swap it in different designs, and that's it. Or you can just do the square if this is a little bit too messy for what you want to do, okay? So we have this, it's going to be one of the boots. And I want to add some fluff here around as well. More of this here, okay. The hand, and you will notice as well that as you go into the drawing, you are going faster. I draw him like he's like wearing some sort of one of these onesies, like pajama kind of Christmassy. Okay, do the hand here, the paper. This rectangle, you stop here because I want the paper to be behind the round present. Okay, you do like a spiral here, like this, to create. That is gonna be a paper, okay, like a broken triangle here on the side. It's gonna be a paper there. And then these little circles will make the fingers, and the other little ones, the nails. And these can be any shape that you want, circles, hearts. I'm doing circles and hearts, okay. We do the circle. Don't worry about perfection with the circles, with the squares. I don't think you've ever seen a perfect present wrapped or anything like that, so don't worry about it. And here as well, we try to follow the pattern like this. For example, you see, creating a little bit of shape there, okay? We can do some lines here, like it's kind of sitting on the floor. And I think by the size of this, okay, if you think about it, he's sitting like this with short legs, we should be able to see the boot here. Okay, you see? So I can do like this. The boot is there. It looks nicer like this, yeah. And then this present, this can be playing with us, because this present, how is not straight, we might put it like this, it can be like he's actually moving it a little bit. You see, if you add these lines here, it's like he's moving the present. And do this side here as well. Again, you see, as I go into the drawing, I'm drawing a little bit faster. Follow the lines again for this side as well. Okay, this one I want to do the full line, these ones here. and now again I stop here, and here as well we do the lines, and I stop there. Okay. Feel free to ask any question in the comments. If you want to see another topic, or when Easter is coming you want another little one of these, or if you want to, I don't know, ask about a specific question about cartoonizing some faces or some designs, and I'm more than happy to reply. So as soon as I see it, I will reply. As well, when you are drawing things like this, you can add some text, like the character is saying something, like here, okay? Like we're in a comic, basically, like you're in a comic. I think the design that we wanted to do, it looks very nice, okay? So, eraser, you just need the basic tools, as I always say, you know, one pencil, one pen, eraser, sharpener, you know, you can have a little tone, a gray or something. I'm not gonna add color, I don't wanna add color, because what I wanna do, look, when I have the design, I will try to erase a little bit here without pressing, because we are drawing in traditional way, okay, without pressing. You will do like this, kind of erasing the things that you didn't use at the end, okay? Something like this, it can be nice. Obviously I'm not going into all the details and all the perfection, I'm just kind of try to do it, try to show you, and no need to go further in the design, but something like this works. And I am not gonna be painting with colors, but we can add a little bit of grayish tone. Let's see the scissors, I left the scissors there. Like, let's say, add a little bit of tone like this. Maybe this one, I got the one that is a little bit too dark. Let me swap. I have various of these ones here. I normally use one that is a little bit more pale. I think this one here, yeah. This one is more pale, but it's not. This is not a mistake, because I wanted to add two tones, like I always do for the Inktovers. You think about colors now. This is gonna be color. This I want it white. The beard I want it white. Okay, but the clothing like this. You see, we have the holder from the present. This is supposed to be red, or is supposed to be green, depend of the design that you see in different countries. Okay, something like this. The boot as well, and you can combine a little bit with things like this to give a little bit of life to the design, you see, like this. As I said, it doesn't need to be perfect, you don't need to paint the whole thing, it can be only detail, it can be only texture like this, okay? You paint it as you want it, so as well feel free to, before I started in the color, you can stop the video, take a screenshot from this, okay? And print it on a paper as well, and if your kids didn't follow the process, or they don't have like a full drawing at the end of the video, you can just basically or give them the drawing that you have done, or just take a screenshot of this, give them this drawing, and then they can paint on top with the colors. Here they can paint red, a little bit of, you know, skin color, whatever color you want to use there, you know, in gray for the scissors, different colors for the presents. Let's see what color is gonna be the floor as well here with the design, and yeah, but I think it's looking nice. I think it's looking nice. Here as well, for example, that we have the other side, we should have a little bit of this as well. Okay, I want to add a little bit of tone to the face, so it has a little bit of differentiation between the beard and the rest of the colors that we have here, in theory, all more white. These are water-based pens, okay, so what it will do is that they are wetting a little bit the paper and is allowing me even to blend a little bit, you see the darker tone with, you can see it maybe better here. I'm just giving a little bit more of layers here, and it's kind of melting both tones in a middle gray there, okay, like this. You could have done Santa Claus if you have been following, you could have done an elf if you have been following as well. It doesn't really matter, okay. This one, for example, I want to do the nose a little bit more dark, so I do a little bit more of layers there. The scissors, gray as well. The paper, I can leave it white. So if I put that paper like this, then we need to do some design here, okay. I want to leave the paper, it's gonna be white, okay. But the rest of the things here on the sides, it can be like this. So as I was saying at the beginning, we're almost at the end of the year, okay? It's been a constant work for me to keep up with the Inktober videos, okay? It's just one missing, that it's gonna be falling just the day after New Year's Eve, I think, more or less, if I'm calculating properly. And then, as I explained already in my previous video, I will jump into other projects that I wanna do. I wanna kind of do draw-alongs, I wanna how to draw faces, how to draw bodies, I wanna talk about Disney, I wanna talk about Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, other comics, animations, and books that I like, for example, movies that I like. I wanna kind of, I watch a lot of movies, I read a lot of books, so I wanna be able to watch something here on my own and then do a drawing about it and explain you my opinion. I show you my opinion about the movie and the characters and how it's done and how it's not done and how I would have done something, for example, as well. I find that very interesting for myself. So, and those are one of those things that maybe I watch online, or sometimes I enjoy more the commentary and the special ads on the movies than the movie itself. And I think it's content that I would like to see. If you have as well any kind of fantasy or epic fantasy movie that I haven't watched and you wanna drop a recommendation here in the channel, welcome. You are more than welcome to do it. I enjoy with this, and yeah, so that is kind of a little bit the plan. I wanna talk about movies and talk about series and talk about video games as well, and do drawings and express my opinion and kind of try to see what things I would do that could change a little bit the dynamic of, let's say, a video game or a story, or in my opinion, in my professional opinion, by doing something, how could kind of improve it, let's say, or change the storyline, let's say, and yeah, some sort of ideas from my creative side, from my professional side, okay. For all of you that are new in the channel, or maybe this is your first video that you see from me, I studied fine arts, I studied master in teaching, art, I studied as well a master in animation and video games, so I kind of know a little bit of all these things. I specialized in the pre-production side, in the preparing all the details, like making stories, making characters, developing storylines and things like this, even creating the world, and that is the thing that I enjoy the most. But I can as well animate in 2D or animate in 3D and everything. I haven't done it in a while, the 3D animation, and I wanna kind of try it again, but yeah, so I do a little bit of these things. In the show more section down there, I'm gonna leave you my website, that you can see a little bit of everything that I do. I'm gonna leave you as well my Instagram, my social media, so you can see other drawings that I do outside of Inktober or outside of One Piece. This channel is mainly Inktober videos that I'm gonna put up here a link so you can check some other videos that I have with other prompts, with other words, and as well I'm gonna be leaving here as well one link for the One Piece videos. So in One Piece I talk about the characters from this manga and where are they going in the story, or analyzing the characters to see some different options that they can do in the storyline as well, or if one is dead or is not dead, or what's gonna happen with him, and a little bit of all these things, okay? And in those drawings, what I do is I take reference obviously from the characters. Some of them I cartoonize them a little bit, some of them I do more like the artist design, but is a little bit different of the Inktober videos. In the Inktober videos, I'm showing something like this, that I basically will show you how to draw something or how to do something, or what I do as well is I make a story. I start drawing and I make a story about the character that I'm drawing. In this case, we have Santa Claus here already, and all is done. But if the character is something that I invented in the moment, I would create a story for them. As you can see now, I'm doing the last step. We are almost finishing the video here. And I'm just kind of doing, it doesn't need to be perfect either, eh? It doesn't need to be perfect either. I'm doing kind of a second line, a little bit of a second line, okay, here, like this, to kind of give it a little bit more, that it pops a little bit. You see how I only done the expressions, and the expressions are already more vivid and darker than the rest, okay? You don't need to do it in the whole design, but I always like, because in traditional, when you paint on top, even if it is only a little bit that I added, it will fade my pen, okay? So only if it is a little bit, I like to do this, and it helps the drawing to pop out of the paper a little bit, okay? You can add some little lines as well, like this, like a little bit of decoration. You don't have to, okay? But I'm just kind of, for the sake of having a little bit of drawing for me more finished, okay? As well, when we reach this point, okay, that we are finishing, you can stop it at any time, okay? And as I said, take a screenshot, print it in the home printer, and give it to your kids. They can paint, or you can paint as well if you want. I think this can be a very nice afternoon with some food and a little bit of drawing that we can do here. How all these parts in white are fluffy, they have this texture, I'm adding these little dots, these little lines to create a little bit more of texture, let's say, on the design, okay? Here we are lucky that we are just doing whatever we want to draw, okay? But let's say that you are working for someone who wants you to make a book for them or some illustrations for them. Obviously they will give you some kind of instructions that you need to follow, or they will give you as well a little bit of this is the boot. They will give you information that their Santa Claus, if this would be for a children's book illustration project for another person that they asked me, they contacted me, I would do something like this, but following the pattern and the instructions that the person wants. Like maybe the person that is asking for this, they don't want this beard in this shape. They want maybe a pointy beard, or a very large beard like Dumbledore or like Gandalf, something like that. So you can always take references when you're doing drawings from other artists, from other movies, to create your own designs. I'm not saying copy. I'm saying take reference, take ideas, okay, to do your own designs as well. This is something that it happened all the time. Let's say this famous manga from Akira Toriyama, Japanese artist, called Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball as well, we can watch it and say, oh, this is very original, very nice, but if you read Journey to the West, the story of the Monkey King and everything, you see that there is a lot of references taken from there, and he basically interprets the interpretation of the story. So You see the present is looking very nice as well here. Okay. And as I was saying, feel free to write in the comment section down below any recommendation or any suggestion, the things that you want to be seen here in the channel as well. If it is One Piece, if it is Inktober, in a prompt, or maybe you want me to draw animals as well, or cartoonized animals like in Disney, like in Zootropolis, or in any kind of Disney movie. Feel free to write it in the comments, and I will definitely do those prompts as well. Okay, we can talk about them, we can talk about the movies, we can talk about how to take an animal and make it like a character, like it's like a person as well, and things like this, like anthropomorphism. And yeah, so I think it's looking very good. I just want to add a little bit, tiny bit of like this and like this. A little bit of shadow here on the bottom, okay, to kind of see. You see that we have a little bit of with the ball as well. This is probably like, looks like a football or something. We do the circle like this to kind of simulate that it's round like this. Okay. Just adding some shadows here. Okay, you can add some shadows around some of the sides without, it doesn't need to be anything perfect either. Just to give a little bit of volume. I think we have it. Okay, so as I said, feel free to maybe take a screenshot of this if you want. I'm gonna take out the hands out and take a screenshot of this, print it, show it to your kids, give it to your kids in a paper. They can color it a little bit more. They can add some colors to the papers as well, to the beard, to the suit on top. If you don't want these grayish colors that we have added now at the end, just go back on the video, on the timeline, just scroll the timeline back until before I put the first color. Just take a screenshot of that, print it, and yeah, feel free as well to send me the things that you're drawing, or put it in the comment section and I will see it, or send me a link to watch it as well and I will watch it. And I think we finished for today. Merry Christmas, everyone. Let's sign. This is DavidViadel23, DavidViadel23. You can say it as you want. And this is the Mandragon's Cave. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed this Christmas afternoon drawing Santa Claus and learning how to do a cartoonized Santa Claus. And I'll see you in the next video. Thank you very much. Bye.